cannot lie our way out of pain. We cannot lie our way out of the realities of Nigerians. Ijoma, please call the man you spoke to. I will fly him down to Abuja. Let's interview 100 people on the street. Why are we lying to Aso Rock? For what? Why are we saying things are okay? Somebody will come on TV and insult my reality because you want to make Aso Rock happy. Aso Rock needs to know the truth. What is the people's anger? That you are telling us to tighten our belt, and you are buying new presidential jets. You are buying yachts. You are building 21 billion naira house for the vice president. You are disconnected from our pain. That is what people want to express.
It is obvious that the number one problem Tinubu is facing in his administration is those people that are close to him, because these people refuse to tell Tinubu the bitter truth, to tell Tinubu the reality on ground. Yes, my people, because whenever these people come on national television, they try all their possible best just to gaslight Nigerians. And this is the reason why this man here blow hot on national television, my people, because one of APC member came on national television, the same interview which you guys are going to listen to him, just to gaslight Nigerians, just to defend Tinubu, just to make Aso Rock happy. Why Nigerians are dying from starvation, why Nigerians are suffering because of the ill policies Tinubu made. And these people don't want to tell Tinubu the bitter truth. That is what landed us where we are right now today, my people. And these people still have mind to ask Nigerians, like, why are they protesting? Like, it's unnecessary to protest. Tinubu is working. This is so annoying, honestly. My people, make I not talk too much. Let me allow you guys so that you can listen to this man. The man really blow hot to just because of what APC member said. Let me allow you guys to watch the interview. I will be right back.
Those who feel that Nigerian youths can go to the streets?
Well, basically, my own stand as far as this planned protest is concerned is the citizens, as long as we call it a democracy, except maybe it is not what we say it is, but if we say this is a democracy, you don't even need all the crowd and everything. An individual, any individual who feels displeased by any policy of government is free to peacefully express displeasure at such policy of the government. What's going on and why this whole thing is becoming a serious issue is because of our history, where we're coming from. The present government is looking at it that I hope what we did when we were in opposition is not what these young people want to do to us. But a Nigerian, any patriot, irrespective of your political affiliation, religion, or ethnicity, anybody today would realize that Nigeria, as of today, Nigeria needs saving. There is no sugarcoating it, there is no politicizing it, there is no coloring it. As at this moment, the country needs saving. Can the president save the country at this moment? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Does he want to save the country? That is the question that we will now be tabling before him. The intentions of the president. Listen, Ijoma, he was sworn in on the 29th of May last year, right? And he's not had a communication, an open communication with the Nigerian people. Now that protests are saying, okay, protests are coming up and the rest, you will now see pockets of religious leaders going to Aso Rock, traditional rulers going to Aso Rock. Civil societies are being invited, the clergy are being invited. Mr. President, address your citizens. These people you are inviting, they were not the only ones who made you president. You are now selecting people to talk to. What does it cost the president? Ijoma, what does it cost Mr. President to come out today and say, fellow citizens, instead of addressing
you will address Ohaneze today, you will address Arewa tomorrow, you will address you understand? We don't even need this kind of it's part of the anger of the people that the downtrodden are totally removed from the equation. You want to have a communication. What happened to the normal presidential media chat we used to have? Nothing. Mr. President, the people said this subsidy needs to be brought back. The people said this insecurity needs to be addressed. The people said inflation has gone up the roof. See, Ijoma, it is Jojo. Nobody will die. Sit before the camera, my fellow citizens. Talk as a father, talk as a leader, talk as the president. Be in charge. Don't come and start. You see what his aides are doing on social media. You are creating enemies for the president. This man, listen, the moment the Supreme Court affirmed his election, we were done with politicking until 2027. He became the president. So this man does not, he should not see Labour Party as his enemy, PDP as his enemy, civil society. It's not necessary. A president should be above all these pedestrian emotions. Is there a problem in the land? Ijoma, yes, there is a serious problem in the land. The president needs to show that he has feelings, that he feels the pains. The anger of the people is that families can no longer eat 3 square meals a day. And I'm not politicizing. We can go on the street and do an opinion poll. Even here, you can ask. It's become practically difficult for people to survive.
Mr. Shield.
There is a need for the president to engage the people, not the selected elite.
Mr. Shield, I want to go back to your statement. You said, does the president want to save the country? Is there any president that wouldn't want to save the country?
Well,
is there any president that would want the country to go down under his watch? Do you think it happens anywhere?
Well, intentions are always hidden. Actions are what speak and then define the intentions and the motives that you have. What happened in Kenya? They said they didn't want the finance bill. It was repealed.
After the protest?
Yes. What happened? It could have been repealed before the protest. That is what we are now advising the president. Don't let it get to a stage where...
But the demands they are asking for, demands like take fuel back to what it used to be, return subsidy. Absolutely. So are you saying that people who want to protest are the ones who are saying this subsidy, we don't want it removed anymore, bring it back? And when the president announced this subsidy removal, a lot of people applauded him, that it was the end to corruption. And I recall that you also made a statement here too.
Ijoma,
it was a good one.
When subsidy, I didn't say it was a good one. I said it was putting the cart before the horse. Coming in as president, and honestly, I wish that President Tinubu will listen to those who truly want this country to succeed. It doesn't favor me. If the country burns today, it doesn't favor you.
Nobody's paying for that. That's the only country we have.
So when we
Nigeria is the only country we have.
Exactly.
We're not come here for it to burn.
Talk. When we come here to point out things, we do not say them from a place of hate.
Yeah.
We say them from a place of love, both for the man who, by the grace of God, is there as president, and even for our own country. When the president came in on May 29th at the Eagle Square and made that announcement, subsidy is gone, I felt like they poured ice on me. I was in the office on that day. I felt someone poured ice on me. Do you know what the president could have done, or what he should have done? You came in. People endured. I wouldn't say people lived. People endured the 8 years of hardship under Buhari. Endured. Why did they endure? Because we were running towards 2023 to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, you could have felt the feelings of the people. In the 8 years of Buhari, there were people that lost hope completely, lost businesses, lost a lot of things. So you coming in, no matter the state of the economy at that moment, the first word as a president that has just been sworn in should have been a word of hope.
All right, Mr. Shield, we'll come back to you. Let's quickly go to the studio, still remain with the studio, because we also have somebody seated by your side. He is of the Arewa. I think he is the chairman, Arewa Youth for Peaceful Coexistence in the Federal Capital Territory, Mark Opanachi Oga. Mr. Mark, I'm sure you'll be listening to what he is saying.
Yeah, thank you, John.
He's saying that the protest for Nigerians to come out of the streets to protest because of what is going on in the country, and the president needs to wake up.
Thank you, Joma. Thank you for having me, and thank you, my brother, for your view. I speak in the capacity of Arewa Youth for Peaceful Coexistence, the chairman of FCT, and like you rightly questioned, I actually object the planned and the purported protest for so many reasons. You know, this is barely 2 years, but we have a president. I understand that there are hardship here and there, but you cannot take the fact away that, yes, the president has been trying to ameliorate the hardship of Nigerians caused by the previous administration. Look at it now. Permit me to roll out some of the things the Tinubu administration has done that I think Nigerians should be patient for a government that mean well for Nigeria. One is this. In less than a year and a half, this government has done this. New minimum wage. The government has increased the workers' minimum wage to 70,000 naira. This is what the previous administration struggled with. Before Tinubu came, you know how much the Nigerian civil service they were taking. This is a government that in a short time, the long agitation of the people, local government autonomy, he granted it. As we speak now, a lot of states are struggling to have their elections so that they can have federal allocation. So development is getting to the grassroots. Courtesy of who? The Renew Hope agenda. It was part of what he promised, to decentralize his administration so that development can get to the grassroots. And look at it again. A government, 75 billion intervention fund for manufacturing sector, so that Nigeria manufacturing sector can be self-sufficient. This is a government that have done this. Is this a government that you protest against? Nigerians have been brainwashed by people who cannot bear the brunt of election defeat. What are we protesting against? What has protest led to Nigeria? Destruction. Do you remember what happened during NSAS? We all came out in good faith, trying to correct the errors of Nigerian policing. But at the end of the day, it was looting, arson, and destruction of our infrastructure. When you call for protest now, the next thing you will see, you and I know what Nigerians will do. There are people that have planned that if there cannot be an election, the government cannot run efficiently. I am speaking in the capacity of Arewa Youth for Peaceful Coexistence. I am speaking for this government in the interest of Nigeria. I did not even campaign and vote for, I didn't vote for Tinubu. I voted for Atiku. I campaigned for the PDP, even though I was not a member of PDP, because of the abysmal performance of the APC. And I gave a protest support to Atiku, hoping there will be a change in government. But when Tinubu won, the race is not for me. It is for a better Nigeria. So I will have to support him in the interest of the entire Nigeria. Not to forget, let me roll out some of the benefit of Tinubu, why we should not protest. It is not about bandwagon effect. Everybody say, oh, let's protest. Who are the protesters?
Okay, let's take a look at their demands. You mentioned some. Return subsidy. Bring subsidy back. Because there are some states where they sell fuel for 1,000 naira per liter after today. Yeah. And if you take a look at the person's take home, even the 70,000 naira, a bag of rice is 100,000 now. If you want to buy the cheapest rice, you can get it for between 75 and 80,000 naira. And that will not even carry a family of 5 for 1 month. And the salary is for, let's assume, the lowest salary for that family for 1 month is 70,000. And people who have cars don't drive anymore. They jump into vehicles. Transportation has become very, very high. Just look at from here now to Maraba or to Karu, which is about 10 minutes. They will ask you to pay 1,000 naira during evening time, closing time. Then normal time you pay 500. By the time a worker goes to work, coming from there and going back, that 1,000 is to drop you at a strategic point where you can either take keke or even pay another taxi. So at the end of the day, the worker is paying 4,000 naira every day. Times that 4,000 naira to 40 days in a month. Is 70,000 naira okay? So I think the people are saying the hardship is too much. You have said the president has done this and that and that. But people are just telling us here now some of the things he has done, but people don't know about it. So if they go ahead now to say, President Bola Tinubu, these are our demands that we want. Change electricity tariff, return it to what it used to be. Then go ahead and take a look at the fuel price. Please bring it down. Take a look at hunger in the land. We want things done well. MMPC, where is our refinery and all that? Is anything wrong if the president decides to say, okay, I will answer to this even before August 1?
There's nothing wrong.
Okay.
Very good. See, one thing Nigerians must understand is this. You don't throw away the baby and the bathwater.
Yes.
Just because you are having a headache does not mean you have to cut off the head. Governance is a gradual process. And like I mentioned earlier, Nigerians did not elect a magician. They elected a human being like
but
you.
Let's look at the basic needs that the Constitution talked about.
See, there's
basic needs. 1, security and welfare. Welfare is how the people can live. Just give them comfort. Create an enabling environment. That's what Nigerians are asking for. You know, initially when President Tinubu came, they were so happy with what they saw. They saw good roads, they saw some roads in the FCT, and people were like, wow, this president is doing well. But an angry man is an angry man. So is this government ready to resolve those challenges?
In terms of welfare, let me remind us too that this is a government that have cut down tax rate. Tax rate has been cut down from 52 to 10.
Of what? Tax on what?
Tax has been reduced, numbers of taxes from 52 to corporate body to 10. In FCT, I run a business. In FCT, before Tinubu came, there have been a lot of multiple taxation. You know, AMAC will come, they would ask us for television tax.
They still do it.
And other people will come.
Thank God I live in FCT. They still do it.
But the fact is this, the effect now, you know, it is better than what we used to witness.
Okay, let's
then secondly, let me mention something. There's rice subsidy. When you mention in terms of hardship, you know, in every state now, the presidency have given trailer loads of rice,
How many are they?
to cushion. First of all, 64 trailers of fertilizer to each state for agriculture. Then secondly, we have rice subsidy, 20,000 bags of rice for each of the 36 states. So this is a government, this is a president that is aware.
Let's take a look at local governments in some states. Some of them are 40. Are you aware of that?
Of course.
Count 20,000 bags of rice to local government.
Yeah.
You are talking about 36 states in a federation with population of over 200 million. We're not looking. See, the elites in this country are less than 10%. Are you aware?
But of course, sorry to cut in. You don't expect, like I said, the president is not a magician. The best he can do is to cushion the effect while we continue to look for permanent solution.
Right.
You understand?
I'll come back to you. Let me go to Cross River. Cletus Obun, thank you so much. Are you still in, where is that your place again? Is it Bonny or what?
I am the place called Bumaji, the forest of Bumaji, but up the ranch.
You are in
I am up the Obudu Cattle Ranch.
Obudu Cattle Ranch. Thank you so much. It's good that you are in the deepest of the grassroots as it is now. And you know, the last time you came, you raised questions about this government. You are a member of the APC, a very strong one at that, a foundation member, and you have remained a member of the APC from onset. a former lawmaker in your state, can you say that the hardship is something we should bear, continue to bear?
Well, when you say bear hardship, I don't know whether those in hell even want to live in hell forever, and those in heaven will not want to go. You go back to it. So let us not go philosophical. Let's get empirical and practical. I just came from a village to this place, so nobody think that I came to enjoy the ranch. I came from the village to take this power because we don't ever have network in my community. So when you asked me to come to this program, I had to come out here because we had a horde of visitors that were unexpected, and the community couldn't handle it. I had to come back home to ensure that we handle it before it degenerates. Over 500 non-Nigerians entered my community yesterday, and the community couldn't understand. So they were overwhelming the community. Even if we had said we are good hosts to host them, we wouldn't have been able to accommodate them. So we said, we don't know you. You don't even speak the Hausa that Nigeria speaks. They are not Hausas from Nigeria. They are not Fulanis from Nigeria. So we know them. So that brought me there, and we are resolving it to the security agencies around here. So between the ranch and down to Ikom area of Buki, within Buki areas, these people are all over the place inside the forest there. So
okay, sorry, I need to come in here. Please, sorry. Because when you said over 500 non-Nigerians entered through that community, are they taking advantage? Hold on, I'm coming, I'm getting somewhere, please. Is it because they heard that Nigerians will be going into protest in August and these persons are coming to destabilize the country? Are you having that kind of feeling?
In fact, we are worried that how they even got to that place, you know where it is. It's inaccessible by any vehicular transport.
Wow.
So for them to have even come in that number is shocking. So we are even thinking that they are even worse than the protest. They may even aid the protest or even exacerbate it in terms of banditry, because that forest is worse than what in Latin America, what we call the Amazon. The Amazon forest is not half as what we have in that place, because from the creation of Adam, from the creation of man, nobody has been able to farm there or live in that place. They are not inhabited. So that forest is as thick as that, where you know as we form what division of the Cross River National Park. So where we are now, we are in danger. But like I said, we are in touch with the security agencies, and the police have moved in to do preliminary investigations and to lead them out and ask them where they came from, so they can escort them back to wherever they are coming from. But we are so sure they are not Nigerians. They are here with women and children, young people, old men, young women, children, all over the place. How they got here, we don't even know. So we are trying to get that resolved. But that is part of the hardship we are talking about. They are not Nigerians. We are talking about hardship and our situation and the protest. I think this is one moment taken too far. It is because those you are calling ordinary citizens are not living in Abuja. They are living in the villages. When people talk about elite, you can't sit on television and be talking about and say you are not an elite. So when this thing comes in this type of reach, nobody is going to be spared and be telling us and giving us statistics about bag of rice and about how many of us buy a bag of rice in a year. In our villages, we measure gari in noodles.
How much is that gari? How much is the gari to you now? Gari is not for poor people anymore.
It's even worse.
It's worse, yes.
That is what we produce. That's what we produce. I remember as a member of the State House in 1999, a basin of gari, what we call 50 kg, was 250 naira. I moved the motion before the House that farmers were unnecessarily being exploited and that government should heighten the price to alleviate the farmers' suffering. That is, the price of gari was so low that it was government officials like me calling for an increase in price of gari.
But do you know how much a basin of gari is now? A basin of gari is about 70,000 naira. About 70,000.
I can supply you.
Please give me. I don't need you to supply me. Just send me more. It's supposed to be free. You are a farmer. You are supposed to give me food.
Where I come from.
35,000.
35,000, not 70,000.
Okay,
yes,
by the time we pay transport from Boki,
it will never be 40,000. It can never be 40,000.
You pay transport fare from Boki down to this place. The bad roads would, first of all, if the truck is coming with 100 bags of gari to Abuja, the roads that are not motorable would destroy half of the bags and calculate the losses. Then at the end of the day, 40 bags will now come to 10 bags will now arrive Abuja, and you want that farmer to incur that losses without adding that money into that bag. The cheapest bag of garri that you can get, that I know, not even in this Abuja, for my own village in Delta, is 50,000, 55, 60,000 naira. Because that is where I order. I don't buy garri here. I go to the village. I want to feed my village. So you don't tell me that it's not up to. If you said 35,000, please, when you are coming to Abuja, bring one bag for me.
I already have 5 bags in this I produce and I sell.
That's
I have
good.
a farm and I deal with that. I've been doing that since 2001. I have a palm estate, I have a cocoa estate, and I have a garden farm for widows and for youths who are going to school. They use it to go to pay their fees. Because I'm not working for any government as at the time. In fact, for 22 years now, this is the first time that I'm even getting anything near any government. So I use my farms to train youths from my area and widows and poor people in my place. I give them farms to run and I fund it.
Mr. Kletu, sorry, I want to give you a revelation. I will let you talk, please. I want to tell you now, a bag of garri that I bought and some native food, I was asked to pay a seat in the vehicle, and that is about 27,000 naira to transport it to Abuja, and I bought garri for 50,000 naira. Come on, we know what is going on.
Well, no, I'm coming to that. I'll break it down. I told you, I didn't come here by air. I drove by road.
Okay.
I got to a place and use a bike to my village because it's not accessible. My community is not accessible to any part of Nigeria by road. We trek. That's why coming of these people shocks us and we think that we are being invaded. I'm telling you that the police will ask to go there, even with their truck, they can't access the community. They must trek. The last time we arrested an Abazona rebel who strayed into Nigeria to cause mayhem, we arrested the youth. We have our own vigilante. They arrested him and handed him over to the Nigerian army. You can confirm this. So what I'm telling you, the hardship topic we are discussing here, we are discussing in practical terms because we feel it, we run it, and we pay for it per minute, per second with our people in hospitals. As you were, before your call came in, a widow whose son has just run into a psychiatric condition, was taken away from home. He just discovered the son, and I said, should take him to a psychiatric doctor, friend of mine, who have just paid now to ensure that he keeps him in Calabar tomorrow. The man is, the woman is in Ogoja. He has to go to Calabar for 7 or 8 hours. She'll be on the road tomorrow morning to go there and put that boy in the psychiatric hospital. So if you know what we go through, the hardship is real. You see your friends who used to call you and say, well, I've not seen you for some time, send me your account. Today asking you to give them 5,000 to put fuel in their car or to pay their transport out of their houses. The hardship is real. But the reply to that hardship, is it destruction and protest? Can we get up in the morning and say, under this condition, if I didn't build this house where I'm staying, it means that I would have had money in my pocket to live well. Therefore, let me deroof this house in protest and sell the thing that I used in building it. Is that what you do? That is not where we are. Our condition and our position is not that people should not go. Like everybody has admitted, the biggest protester who has brought profit from protest to Nigeria is Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I marched with him in 1993. I marched with others like that. So he's the biggest protester, and he has never denied that. We are not even discussing about him as the president today. We are discussing about Nigeria and the Nigerian condition and how to survive under these circumstances. The way to survive here is not to go out for further destruction. Like we gave the example, when they went to Lagos, was SARS in Lagos when they went there? The headquarters of SARS was in Abuja. They went to Lagos. Today now we are saying there is hardship. Is there any resident anywhere in Nigeria that says she's not suffering? So when you now go destroy public property that was done by public tax, your own tax, that is to say you are using our hand to destroy your own property. Then tomorrow government says the money would have used to start doing things, we have used it to go and repair what you have damaged. You block the road to Kefi, which Buhari dualized. You now go and block it and break it up. You go to repair it. The money that we have used to get more things for the community, for the country, like now they just send palliative rice and beans and all that, which is very temporary. I expect NSC, I expect this tribe to face 3 specific things that will bring down the price of everything. What Nnamdi Kanu? What does Nnamdi Kanu do to the southeast or to Nigeria? What does that got to do with hardship? So my problem is, number 1, take on NNPC. If the price of fuel and diesel goes down this morning, tomorrow morning, every price of food will drop. The second thing, I want to see organized labor go into production.
Organized labor is not supporting this protest. They are calling on Nigerians not to protest.
They are not taking responsible steps. They are not taking, because they take responsible steps, half of these things won't happen. Imagine you buy NLC rice in Delta for 25,000, for 30,000. Will you be talking about 50,000 here? NLC
how can they achieve that? How can they achieve that when the price of diesel, the price of petrol, production cost is very high? You need to go to a private sector and let them tell you what they are going through. Those who are into production.
Let me tell you, please. I have done a comparative study of what labor and organized labor does in other places in Latin America, even up to Morocco in Africa. They own even oil blocks. They can. And they're not organized. They can register their companies and use that to register. Look at that, it's impossible.
You are looking at this thing as if it's very easy to get. Can a common man own oil block in Nigeria that you and I live? With the kind of cabal that is in that sector. You think it's possible?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Engassin is another penalty.
Okay. Can they own oil block with this kind of cabal that has held nations to a standstill? Don't you think we should first of all heal that part?
I have made the point that we have two governments in Nigeria. NLC, Federal Republic of NNPC. And Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That's a good one.
We have two governments in Nigeria. Okay. Federal Republic of NNPC, which does not allow any Nigerian president to know the quantum of oil we produce from independence till today. We don't know. And it is now that dealing with metering. This president who came from the oil sector is now dealing with the issue of making us to know how much we produce. So if we can come out tomorrow on this strike, I will join the strike if they tell us that everybody in the NNPC should be removed. And let us start a fresh NNPC in Nigeria, which is accountable to the government and to the Nigerian people.
All right, thank you so much.
The second thing to be done is, yes, that is where we are. Until we deal with the issue of NNPC and fuel in Nigeria, tariff and other such things are ancillary.
Okay.
They are auxiliary.
Thank you so much.
Just completely not the issue here.
All right.
So what we need to do is to make sure that we get the right things right.
We'll come back to you. We still need to come to the studio for just one short round. Our time is almost gone. Yes, Shield, I'm sure you have listened to them.
I'm actually shocked.
You are shocked?
I'm beyond bewildered. I'm shocked that anybody today will say this country is working. I'm shocked. I feel I'm depressed. Are we living in an alternate universe? This country? Ijoma, yesterday I was at the market. I left my house, I drove down to Maraba yesterday because I buy in bulk, right?
You went to Orange Market.
I went to Orange Market yesterday. 24 hours ago, I was at the market. One small mudu of gari was sold to me at 1,400. If he has 50 mudus in a bag, that's 70,000 naira. Anybody can do that calculation.
That's what I told you.
Let me finish. Because when people come on air to talk down the realities of Nigerians, it's provocative. Are you saying what I witnessed, my own reality is a lie? You're saying a bag of rice 25,000 with which security? Why are we lying to this president? Why do we want Tinubu to fail?
But it's protest the answer.
Let me finish.
It's protest the answer.
Is
it the way?
Let me tell you the narrative that has been painted by the government, and it is mischievous. Protest happened under Buhari. You know me very well. Every day we held Buhari. Every single day. We held Buhari by the jugular. Because we knew the man was ruining the country. We were shot at the Unity Fountain.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I've known people who had to rush to the hospital. We confronted this man for 8 good years. If Buhari's name is in the US White House today for evil, it will be because of the petition that we did against him.
But thank God,
articulating everything.
His name is not. Let me
finish. I don't know. He's gone.
Yeah.
That is why we don't want the same experience under this government. We cannot lie our way out of pain. We cannot lie our way out of the realities of Nigerians. Ijoma, please call the man you spoke to. I will fly him down to Abuja. Let's interview 100 people on the street. Why are we lying to Aso Rock? For what? Why are we saying things are okay? I bought fuel before coming here.
68,000 naira for a full tank. I drive a Mercedes Benz. 68,000, my life is here.
That is minimum wage.
Let me finish.
That is minimum wage.
Let me finish. How many people can do that? That fuel does not take me 10 days. So imagine how much I spend in a month. Somebody will come on TV and insult my reality because you want to make Aso Rock happy. Aso Rock needs to know the truth. That is the only way Aso Rock can think of solution. What is the people's anger? That you are telling us to tighten our belt, and you are buying new presidential jet. You are buying yacht. You are building 21 billion naira house for the vice president. You are disconnected from our pain. That is what people want to express. That this president that has not spoken to us in 1 year, does he even know what we are facing? Ijoma, a module of beans, 3,400 naira. If you buy 10 modules, it's 34,000. How much is minimum wage?
That's not even up to 1 bag.
Ijoma, that is not up to 1 bag. This is the reality. This was what I bought yesterday. I'm not saying
it's good that you're a man going to the office because you see what we go through too.
Ijoma, let me tell you the truth, right? Sometimes I park my car, I enter normal bus because I want to hear what the people are saying. I was at the market yesterday. A woman came. God, this is not fair. Nigerians are in pain. Waste of fish.
But do you know that some people are trying to use? There are some people taking advantage of these pains that you're already expressing.
What way?
To make Nigerians go angry.
Arufai said something when they were in opposition. He said it is their job as opposition to capitalize on every inadequacy. This one is not capitalizing. We are talking about human survival. Ijoma, I'm not here. I'm not a member of PDP. I'm not a member of any opposition party. I want the president to succeed. Okay. We need to tell him the truth.
Okay, do you think if the president comes out now,
you said?
If the president comes out and address the
what does it take for him
that will stop the protest?
Yes. You need to connect with the Nigerian. See, the people don't hate you because the election will come again in another 3 years. They don't hate you. They want to hear. It's like a family.
You're talking about a woman before I go to...
The woman was at the market. I was just passing by. This fish waste. God, waste like something you should throw away. The woman was begging them and they told her it was 100 naira. Just a small... Why would a human being be eating fish waste? But that is the level we have gotten to. Do you understand what I'm saying? A family told me, I think about 3 months ago, that for 3 months they've not eaten meat in their house.
All right.
Those are the people that you need to bring here, not people like us.
All right.
Do you understand? Let the Nigerian people that have nothing, that have no political affiliation, no party, nothing, let them be the ones you bring here. Okay. So that nobody comes here to make Aso Rock happy when the truth is killing people.
Okay, but what you are saying now is it's not as if you, as somebody in government now, or somebody who is sympathetic to government, does not feel this pain of the people. But protest may not be the correct approach.
Yes, thank you for that question. I share some of his opinion. Of course, protest is not the answer. And for whatever he says Nigerians are going through, the government have been able to respond positively and have been able to create a set of policies and palliative to address some of those things.
But this parliament is investigating it. Because some of these things are not getting to the people.
It will get to the people. That is why we are telling Nigerians to be patient. Yeah. You understand? A lot of people are speaking with their emotion, their political background and their ethnicity. Not minding, they are not even aware of government programs and what government is trying to do or what government has done to ameliorate and to counter some of this effect and make life easier for Nigerians. Let me mention a few for you so that you can understand. A government that have created 3 trillion economic stabilization fund, you understand, to cushion the effect of our economy. A government, 75 billion intervention fund for manufacturing sector. You get it? A government that have 150 investment in compressed gas. A government that have done 3 trillion. A government that have Nigeria Economic Loan Funds and student loan scheme, credit loan scheme. All of this is to cushion some of these things that Mr. Shell has mentioned. You get it? That is why we are telling Nigerians, all we need to do at this point is not to antagonize the government. A government that is trying to make life easier for you.
But is it possible for government to reach the demand, especially that of electricity, fuel, and to at least reduce the hardship?
Of course.
For government to come down.
There's
and
nothing,
food.
There's
To
nothing.
come down the price.
There is nothing the government have not created solution for. That is why the government...
No, when you're talking about solution, I'm talking about the things that the people see and feel.
See,
At least they buy fuel, they buy kerosene, they buy diesel. These things are hard.
see, some of
Is
these,
it possible for
some
government
of
to
these
come down?
factors will not come down overnight.
Okay, they'll come down
Some of these
gradually.
things did not just happen just yesterday.
All right, okay.
Some of these were created, some of these mess were created, economic were created 4 years, 5 years, 6 years ago. Tinubu is just barely 1 year, 6 months
right.
in power. And it's a gradual process for us to get there. What we are saying is that Nigerians need to be patient with the government. And even if you think the government is not doing or going the right way, you think protest is not the way, because
Thank
you
you
have
so
seen
much.
the result of protests in Nigeria. It
Thank you
leads
so
to
much.
destruction.
Mr.
So I don't encourage it.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate.
My people, this is the kind of country that we all find ourselves, that when citizens, stand up to hold their leaders accountable, someone somewhere will be telling you that you don't have the right to do so, just because it's favoring that particular person. Like, these people refuse to tell Tinubu the bitter truth. That is the reason why Nigerians are suffering right now. All the ill policies Tinubu did, and this is the result. Tinubu just say the first subsidy is gone without putting any plan in place. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? And from that day Tinubu enter into office, Tinubu have been telling Nigerians that you need to be patient, you need to be patient. Like, how long? All we hear is that Tinubu is working without us feeling it that Tinubu is working. Nigerians need to feel it that Tinubu is working. So my people, I don't know what you think about what they said here. I would love you guys to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Please, if today is your first time, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it as well. Yes, my people, I'm going to see you guys in my next update. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye for now.
Welcome to Shamra Senior.